Destructoid just hammered MTG Arena over their greedy Master Pass, and truthfully, they had it coming. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We are here today to talk about a recent Destructoid article was written in the last 24-ish hours, coming out slamming Magic Arena's Mastery Pass, the way that they're doing everything, all the changes around it. And what I want to do is actually want to go through the article because it's pretty well put together. It sums things up nicely. And honestly, what they're saying is right. So for those of you who don't know, just a little bit of background information because everyone comes from different places. Destructoid is a game review organization, essentially. You may know of people like Jim Sterling who used to do work for these guys. So they're very much into all the different kinds of video games, your Fortnite, all that kind of stuff. And so they bring some perspective that I personally don't bring to the table because I've mainly been a card game kind of guy, board game kind of guy, and haven't really played like your Fortnites and all your other games that kind of give you some additional perspective and contrast and compare what those games are doing with what Arena is doing. So I want to go through this article here and have a discussion about it. So the article says Magic Arena adds a battle/season pass, gets it all wrong with daily XP caps. And we'll talk at the end about the XP cap concept because I already know there's going to be people going down into the comments going, it doesn't have XP caps. Yeah, it does. It does. Anyhow, remove the XP cap. What is this? Is how it starts out. We've seen battle passes before, billed as season passes of a sort, which are themselves more oriented towards a collection of meaty DLCs. Battle passes are literally ways for publishers to monetize seasons of a competitive game. Every few months in games like Fortnite, Dauntless, Rocket League, or Apex Legends, again, these are not things that I'm versed in, players can plunk down a lump sum of cash for a battle pass that allows them to earn extra premium rewards on their own track if they level up and actually play the game a ton. Dota sort of started the scheme as the progenitor, but Fortnite popularized it. Now it's everywhere. That growing list includes Magic the Gathering Arena as of this week, and boy howdy did they get it wrong. Previously in Magic Arena, players could win 15 games per week, Sunday to Sunday, and that was the process basically from one Sunday to the next. You could win 15 games per week and get 3 free card booster packs out of it. You could grind them all out on a Sunday, do it on a Saturday night, it didn't matter. It was a pretty sweet system for everyone involved, whether it's hardcore players or weekend warriors, as some people call it, with busy weekday work schedules and family duties. You were showered with free packs due to gold earned from quests and the free weekly rewards. The new system, which supplanted the old one, is demonstrably worse for everyone involved, whether you're a free player or feel like ponying up the $20, in brackets 3,400 gems, for the new premium battle pass rewards. Why? XP from wins is capped daily. Now, I'm actually just going to dive in and address this concept right now because I've heard multiple people go, there is no XP cap. There is no XP cap. There most assuredly is. You can only, if you are to log in every day, you get one daily reward quest. That's it, that you can get 800 experience for, and then you can get 100 experience for your first win of the day, and you can get 50 experience for your next 2 wins. So you can get experience for playing 3 games of Magic a day and doing 1 quest. At that point, you can get no more experience. Now, people are turning around saying there's no XP cap. There is. It's just hidden to these people as these are the number of ways you can get experience. It's capped. You can't gain more than 1,000 experience a day if you log in every day. You literally can't. Aside from, of course, them handing out some kind of code or whatever else. And sure, they've said, oh, at some point, we'll have events where you can get XP. Didn't seem like that was really part of the plan. Currently, it is very much capped, and to argue otherwise is just absolutely silly. I genuinely don't understand the people who are, they're trying to go, oh no, there's no XP cap. Well, how do you account for the fact that you can only gain 1,000 experience in a day? Well, that's not an XP cap. All right, then. To me, that just seems absolutely silly. Absolutely silly to position yourself that way. How can you, if they're limiting the number of ways that you can get experience in a day and saying at a certain point you can't gain any more experience because they're not giving you ways to gain experience, like some people just want to go, no, because you could theoretically, if there were other things, it's not programmed in where it just says you're only allowed to gain 1,000 experience points. They've just programmed it in so you can only gain 1,000 experience points. And that's it's a ridiculous argument to make. Anyhow, let us continue on with the article. While whoever's running the social media account tried to use mental gymnastics to justify it, the new system, which replaces the above 15 wins per week concept, caps the amount of XP you earn per day to available quests, max 3, and you have to wait for 3 days for that, and 3 wins each day. As you can see from the YouTube dislikes and the roaring response on Reddit, the reaction has been tepid at best so far. And this is definitely interesting to note as well. Reddit has actually been getting quite angry about this. And Magic Reddit is usually so pro-Wizards that you would expect to see Wizards, like you would expect to see posts saying, Wizards, please grow a 3rd ball because sucking on 2 of them just isn't enough for me. I want a 3rd one in my mouth. That's usually Magic Reddit. So for them to be coming down shows like on the side of, hey, you're screwing this up, shows just how badly Wizards has blown this, honestly. The reaction has been tepid at best so far, 100%. So, the article continues. I play both Fortnite and Apex Legends regularly, and have seen the ups and downs of the battle passes of both. The latter was particularly contentious with its very slow-going XP rates in its first season, and it says, Respawn says it's better this time around with Season 2. I assume Respawn is the name of the company that makes the game. Anyhow, but at the very least, you could theoretically earn something from the premium passes at all times. The way Wizards of the Coast is proceeding with Arena is unprecedented and actually deters you from playing longer on a daily basis. This is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, again, as I said, this is a group that is, the Destructoid is an organization that reviews all sorts of games. The individual writing this article has experience with these sort of monthly passes. I've never had a monthly pass. The fact that it's being called unprecedented and in a bad way is just mind-blowing. And the concept of deterring you from playing longer on a daily basis is also crazy to me. The article continues, all the while, mind, Wizards fully intends for you to log in daily and get your fix so you don't waste your XP caps. Again, currently XP is only earned through 3 daily wins and quests that repopulate once per day. But you cannot grind for XP even at a lowered rate. This is a common tactic for publishers that run games with daily bonuses, typically in the mobile arena. The idea is to impose the fear of missing out. It's called FOMO, if you guys aren't familiar with the acronym. The idea is to impose the fear of missing out on its player base so they don't play other games and they become overly invested. To herald in the past and soften the blow of caps, Wizards is telling players to enter free codes like brought back and 4 extra XP. Contends that events will help push XP further. Now, I just want to interject here. Remember, when they originally told us about this Mastery Pass, we weren't told there would be XP codes. We weren't told there would be XP events. To me, this all reads as something that was added in later after everyone went, what are you doing? So we have yet to see any of these XP events, and apparently they're supposed to show up later in the season, which seems pretty unreasonable. Anyways, the article says, this stopgap system is inherently flawed and extremely... Oh, I got the hiccups. I got the greed cups. Wizards is giving me them greed hiccups. Okay. So, the stopgap system is inherently flawed and extremely devious. Doling out free internet hits of XP for folks who happen to read Reddit or the official Twitter account where it was posted once at the time of publication is a very strange yet deliberate way to ensure that only a fraction of your player base actually uses the promotion. While it's a given that most people will not finish a full Battle Pass run, Wizards is being brazen about it. It not only disincentivizes folks from playing, it also introduces a dangerous precedent for Battle Passes in general. The math has been done. The rewards aren't inherently bad on paper, but you need to make it a part-time job clocking in at regular intervals to get them, and the concept of requiring daily play is predatory. Again, I'm going to read that part because I think it's important to emphasize it. The concept of requiring daily play is predatory. And people will come along and say, oh, you know what? No, you're not required to play every day. It's not predatory. You're not required to play every day. Here's the thing. If you want to get the full maximum amount of experience that you can get, you do have to log in every day. And you do have to win multiple times a day. It's not like you log in and just have to play 3 games every day. You have to log in and play until you've won 3 games. And when they put out their announcement at the beginning of the month, they said, we're making these changes because we want to encourage playing over winning. But under the old system, to get all the rewards you could, you only had to win 15 times in a week. Now, to get all the rewards that you could in a week, you have to win 21 times in a week and log in every day. Previous system, 15 wins whenever you want over the course of a week. Current system, 21 wins, log in every single day. Every single day of your life. That is insane. So I'm going to continue on with the article now. This entire pass needs to be reworked. It was rushed and half-baked out of the gate, shoved into the current XP system as some sort of poor chimera instead of waiting to overhaul it altogether to accommodate. Games much bigger than Arena have less predatory systems, and when you're compared to the likes of EA and come out on the bottom, you have a problem. Magic Arena already started heavily monetizing a few months back with tons of extra cosmetic additions like card backs and styles. But this is another layer on top of that while the game is still in beta. Now, I'm actually going to stop here to address this. I do not consider Arena to be in beta at all anymore. They use the beta term to try and shield themselves from criticism. But at this point, when they are running an MPL, when they have these big events that you can get invited to and win money from and everything, and it's all based on Arena, Arena to me is a full release. They simply call it beta to try and get more people to shrug and go, I guess they're still figuring things out. But I do not accept the beta term. The article continues. It has a fantastic base, basically one-to-one magic with an amazing interface, but these monetization growing pains are coming to a head. Wizards could keep pushing players to the brink like EA did with Battlefront 2. I don't know anything about Battlefront 2. A decision that did irreparable damage to their reputation, or go for a different approach. The choice is theirs. So that's where the article ends. In all honesty, I think that it's pretty well written. I don't really disagree with anything that is said here. I will have a link to the article in the description if you wish to go and read it for yourself as well. And that way, if you want to follow any of the links where it takes you, he's talking about, oh, check out the bad reviews on this video. Here's where people are shredding it on Reddit. In all honesty, if you even just go to Reddit and look at the people's responses to this article, again, remember what I said about the third ball in Wizards of the Coast and Magic Reddit. Remember that. People on Magic Reddit are obsessed with defending Wizards over virtually everything. I am floored to see the number of people who are actually showing their unhappiness on Reddit. The first posted response to this Destructoid article on Reddit says, even if the mastery system didn't try to guilt you into playing every day, it does, and it's scummy. I hate that it adds yet more complexity to the system. The MTGA economy is an unholy mess, and every change they make to it seems to add 3 extra layers of obfuscation. Obfuscation is a big fancy word that means they're just trying to hide things from you. That's really what it is. So at the end of the day, the economy is a big reactor that converts money, time, and wins into cards and cosmetics. But the process involves an insane number of intermediate entities. Gems, golds, 4 types of wildcards, booster packs, draft packs, individual card rewards, quest progress, daily win progress, vault progress, wildcard tracker progress with 2 trackers, XP, mastery orbs, mastery tree progress, all of which can be converted to one another through some increasingly arcane processes. And then he just talks about how they thought about making a flowchart. But they're right. There's so many of these different moving parts and all these different things that Arena does to take advantage of us, right down to the weird amount of gems that they sell, where you can buy these bizarre amounts that don't match up with anything they're selling. So you'll either have to buy in different chunks or have some left over, so you'll keep spending money. There's a lot of little skeezy things about Arena that mostly I could just kind of wave away. But truthfully, with this new system, I have found myself really demotivated when it comes to playing Magic. Do you want this game to be a job where you have to log in absolutely every day? Because rest assured, if you don't, you're leaving 20% of the experience that you could earn on the table. Every day that you don't log in, you've lost 20% of the experience that you could have gotten for that day. And there's no way to recover from that aside from opening your wallet and giving Wizards of the Coast your money. They turned around and said, oh, we didn't intend for the majority of our players to buy levels, so we're going to be removing the level purchasing from our game. But at the same time, they said, we're going to do that at the end of the month. We're going to wait. We're going to leave it in for a whole month, still allow people to buy these levels. Honestly, this new mastery system is incredibly predatory on the player base, and I absolutely love that Destructoid went ahead and wrote this article. So I would like to give a special thanks to my patrons and channel members, and I'm history, baby!